Welcome back to Dark Nexus. Tonight, it's Act 3, Chapter 112. And now, we leave the dream behind and surface back in the desert of the real. Or, as the case may be, in the gloomy waters of the real. It's just after midnight on the 12th of Chthona, and while Evil Sister, Great Warrior, Deadeyes, and Sling Toad are off romping, cavorting, dare I say, through the enchanted wood without a care in the world, right? That's how it was going. The mundane realities of life on the Sullen Starling must continue. Everyone who's supposed to be sleeping is finally asleep. No one gets much rest in the early part of the third shift these days. The sound of chanting and muttering below decks, the 50 straight minutes of it, can be heard in every corner of the Starling. And the sound of Dora's voice slowly tearing a hole in reality gets under everyone's skin. And then, dear God, the sounds that happen at the end, the screaming and the howling and shredding and the shiver shards of reality shattering, the thumps of bodies hitting the deck, the lights, the noises. It's a lot. It is a lot to take. And it takes time for everyone to calm their nerves, get back to sleep once it's all over. But now it's several hours later. Things are quiet. We're anchored a ways out from the Kyonan shore, just a scant handful of miles from the Glass River. Really, you are in the mouth now, the wide mouth of this waterway that marks the start of the second phase of our journey. Lake Encarthan, and the Glass River, and the Sullen River. Below decks, a blade mistress and an anthropomorphic fox sit in the mess left behind from the Dreamland's excursion ritual. Not as much the blood and vomit. They've already done their initial cleaning and healing. But the bodies, the slumped, lifeless, slumbering bodies.
Stasi watches over the bodies of the dreamers. She glances at Barnabas. She wants a cigarette. She hasn't trusted him down here with them alone, though not even for a few minutes and days. He is haunted, like the rest of them. But tonight, she stands. She meets his eyes, puts the cigarette to her lips. He nods, and she lingers. Was the nod too eager? Has he been waiting for the chance to be alone with them? This is not how she likes to make decisions. She prefers not to act until all the information is available, analyzed, extrapolated. Her eyes narrow over the sleeping figures one last time before she ascends to the deck and leans over the rail, closing her eyes and listening to the flow of water against the hull. They come to her for protection, for supervision, for healing, for counsel, for magic. They take so much, and they never think to give. Though she wants nothing from them, she wonders if they even realize. It seemed when they set sail there was some higher purpose, some unknown destination she was being guided toward. But now, there is this secret, one they cannot share with her for her own good, the Kitsune says. It is a kind of taking, too, to keep things from her. Her thoughts turn to what Winter would make of all of this, what she would advise, what she would criticize, what she would encourage. Stasi never realized how much she relied on Winter's perspective until it was no longer at her disposal. But she knows. Winter would point out how the passing of the staircase is a spiral, baked into the ritual itself, opening into the depths of another dimension. Winter would tell her it might be a sign that this is where she is meant to be. But Winter isn't here. Maybe Stasi is just looking for a reason to stay. She snuffs the cigarette between her thumb and forefinger and tucks the stub into her pocket to finish in the morning before she goes to sleep. She should go back down, but she remains at the railing. The air down there has grown so thick and stale over the last few nights, she just wants a few more minutes in the clear. It makes her wonder how much blood this ship can bear before it sinks under the weight of it. Moreover, how much can she?
Down below, Barnabas is finally alone again with them.
They all look so peaceful now. They sleep. They dream. This part of the night feels like it lasts forever. Barnabas is alone with the four bodies of his companions? Friends? The relationship is hard to define at this point, but without a doubt, he is tied to them. In a way, he is not to Stasi, he realizes, who has gone above to smoke. He immediately hates himself for this next thought. She is not one of us. She does not know the enemy. How can she fully comprehend what it is they face? We face. They work so hard to keep Dabwick safe, but it's like trying to keep water out with paper or to capture smoke with a sieve. Eventually a crack, a seam, a hole, and then in the blink of an eye, you are changed. You are not what you once were. He envies the distraction Stasi seems to receive from smoking. Perhaps you should give it a try. She looks so cool. Something about his voice makes a cigarette seem apropos, no? But would it distract from the enemy? He thinks no. And it would make his fur stink. At least in the moments when they tear themselves into the dreamlands and in the moments of their violent return, he isn't focusing on the elder horror growing inside his head. He isn't focusing on that sickly purple stain on Dora's neck, knowing what used to cover it and what eventually will again. He isn't focused on the growing certainty that the seed inside him has started growing again, lancing its tendrils further into his brain, fogging his mind to the point where the Sentinels would be planning for his departure. No, in those moments, he can't focus on the enemy because there is too much blood. They all seem to bleed a comparable amount when they leave, but there isn't any such equality on the return. Grip usually seems to take on the most pain upon returning, which makes sense. That's his job in the waking world as well. But right now, Barnabas has nothing but time to think on where he has been, where he is going, and how all of it is, as Grip would say, fucked. That's why he has started the project. He sometimes misses the warm, gray, soft embrace of the drugs from Briarstone. He misses not remembering what's growing inside his head. He misses having his own dreams instead of the dreams of God. When did he start thinking of it as God? On some of the group's excursions, they spent more than 24 hours of their time in the Dreamlands. Vic spent 6 months, evidently. How is that even possible? And when they slept, Jamantor wasn't there. They did not dream his dreams. They dreamed their dreams. Sometimes all that blood seems like a reasonable price to pay to dream your own dreams. Now, a few more hours. He better get his pages read before they wake.
Meanwhile, 3 other souls are awake tonight. Enemy Hog's Breath is up top in the crow's nest, taking a shift, frowning a bit as the mist beginning to move in against the wind. Threatens to lower visibility on this previously clear and moonlit night. Skywind stands watch atop the cabin. She's making a circuit of the roof there, a counterclockwise circle scanning in all directions. She's just started to notice the mist too, and she's also just started to question, is it moving against the breeze? It's not It's not super thick, and it's not pouring in at a speed like the fog did last month before they fought those nightmare creatures at Ilmarsh. But the back of her brain is beginning to tickle. Something might be up. She sees Stasi's on the deck right now, which is good. She's wondering if she needs to get Barnabas up here. Better safe than sorry. She gestures to Stasi, who gives a whistle down to Barnabas. Finally, our last waking soul on the Starling, swabbing back by the tiller, it's Montcamu Ilfward Underborough.
This son of a bitch.
The pale and pasty and strangely muscular gnome. Or I guess it's not strange that he's so muscular, is it? He was a mercenary, hired to protect a wagon train through a giant spider-infested forest. Or was he?
Yeah, because he's that guy from Fort Halecourse.
Time to pull back the curtain and stop being
God.
cheeky about who Montcamu
Damn
really
it.
is, and who he has been ever since he was introduced by his real name back in chapter 39. He's wearing a stolen magical cap right now and doesn't look like he did when you last saw him in chapter 87, I think? But why don't you tell us what's going on inside your backup character Stanhope Nixon's head, Johnny?
So Nixon is sitting with his mop, and all the screaming and the tearing of reality that happens seemingly every 2 to 3 nights is finally quieted down, and he's looking out at the waves, and he's seeing them kind of crash over each other as the ship is moving along. And as he looks at the waves, he imagines a giant desert filled with sand. And he's looking at this giant desert filled with sand, and then he takes that giant desert filled with sand and he compresses it down until he sees a smaller piece of the desert, and like he hears the wind blowing the sand around, and as the wind catches those pieces of sand around, he focuses even smaller until he sees a tiny itty-bitty grain of sand, and this tiny infinitesimally small piece of sand is just blowing in the wind, and then the perspective changes, and you look back and you see Nixon towering over this tiny little insignificant piece of sand. He's like, "Yeah, man, you fucking small piece of sand, you piece of shit. So much bigger than you. Yes, so big, so big."
Get off my patch.
You literally taught him how to do this. Out of nowhere, as Nixon is towering like a giant over that minuscule grain of sand. Nixon, your mom calls out. Hey, simpleton, pick your jaw up off the floor and pull yourself together. Trying to catch flies? Is that what you're doing? I knew I couldn't count on you. You're just like your father.
Mom!
Except wait, Nixon, it's not your mother, it's Benamy calling down from the top of the crow's nest. Montcamu, pull yourself together, drop the mop and get below. We've got company. And as Barnabas is crawling up the ship's ladder up onto the deck, emerging out of the mists high up in the air, you all see a shape. Something massive on truly massive wings. Thump. Thump. What the fuck is it?
Is it a flea?
It's over twice as big as the night gaunt, whatever it is.
No!
And you all get that immediate plummeting sensation in your stomachs, that reptile brain sees of terror as a tiny little part of your evolutionary chemical makeup screams, "Holy fucking shit, a dragon! We are doomed!" And then it lets out a howl, which completely changes your biological terror response. At first it's like, whew, haha, no dragon, because that sound isn't remotely reptilian or raptory, but rather, oh shit, it sounds like the deep, throaty, pulsing grunts of a gigantic gorilla. And as your eyes are adjusting to the appearance of this thing, as it corkscrews down out of the sky at a terrifying pace, dive-bombing down to the boat, you're finally able to take it in. A nearly 15-foot-tall, blood-red colored cross between a giant bat and a dire ape, with these 20-foot-wide, fleshy bat wings, blood-red eyes, jagged claws, and a long, sharp, spiky tail. Let's roll for initiative.
The fuck?
What the fuck, man?
Indeed.
And for this battle, I have asked Polly to play Skywin. So Polly is going to be covering his first 9th level swashbuckler.
Wow.
Oh, I'm a swashbuckler.
Whoa! Oh, no.
What happened? What are you reacting to?
Oh, boy.
Is this some garbage initiative there?
Natural 1.
So get it out of the way.
Yeah, that's a good attitude.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh.
Let's trade. I'll trade ya.
Okay.
Is this Monkey Dragon Paul's backup character?
Obviously.
When we tame it, it will be.
Well, I sure hope Vic doesn't die, because I don't know how this guy and Grip are going to be in the same party together.
Skywin
15.
and Stasi.
9.
There it is. Barnabas.
16.
And I'm going to call you Montcamu for now, because that's what you look like.
13.
13. Top of round 1. This gigantic blood-red ape bat has corkscrewed down, landed thwomp, bang, right on the center of the front of the deck. It is so big. It has landed within easy reach of Stasi and Barnabas, who are both adjacent to the hatch to the below decks area. Also within easy reach of Skywin, who's standing up on top of the cabin. The only one not immediately near to this fight is Nixon/Montcamu, way back by the tiller. It pounds its chest, lets out another one of those horrifying, I don't know if you've ever heard a gorilla do that thing within actual sound waves carrying distance of it, but it's just horrifying. Barnabas and Stasi are practically blasted back by that terrifying sound it makes. Pounds its chest, and then it starts to go to town. Skywin gets the bite. Fuck, I'm gonna kill my own character, aren't I? Natural 20.
Oh my gosh.
2 in a row for
It
you.
is 2 in a row for me. 26 for the backup.
Yes.
All right. Oh boy. $44 points of damage from this critical hit with the bite. Whips around, flails down on Stasi with a first claw attack. 26.
Yeah.
18 points of damage. Second claw against Stasi. 22. That's a hit.
Yes.
All right. 20 points of damage. The long, sharp, jagged, spiky tail lashes out at Barnabas. 29.
Yeah.
14 points of damage. Opening salvo. Barnabas, you are up next. You are to the south of this thing. You are currently, of the 3 party members in melee range of this fight, you're doing the best. Hit point wise.
Neat.
It's looking pretty grim. Up there.
Okay, yeah, I am horrified right now.
Yeah.
Because I mean, to be honest, I probably don't already have my rapier drawn.
No, you were called up on deck. Skywin had Stasi call you up on
As
deck.
if something were
As if something
afoot.
were up.
Okay.
Assume you've got a weapon in hand. Everybody should have a weapon in hand, except probably Montcamu, who just dropped
no,
them
he
off.
totally wouldn't have. Yeah.
Nixon. I'll call him Nixon, even though it
Call
looks
him
like
Nixon.
We'll keep the Montcamu token on the map, but I'll call him Nixon.
Okay, I'm going to start the song.
It's the Ballad of
The
Bassanio.
Ballad of Bassanio and Persephone.
Nice.
If anyone wants to take it, I will give you what it does.
Is it an action to take it?
No.
+2 morale bonus to strength and constitution.
Constitution. That's
Yeah.
more hit points.
A +2 morale bonus to will saves.
Nice.
It is a -1 to AC, which now I'm going to rethink because I'm a 17 right now, and that's fucking bullshit.
I don't think it can miss us, whether we are at
17 or 16
or 18 or 17.
That might be a reasonable assessment.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, then I'll do it. If you take it, and you're not me, you are unable to use charisma, dexterity, or intelligence-based skills except for acrobatics, fly, intimidate, and ride, or any ability that requires patience or concentration.
So no spellcasting.
And no knowledge checks.
Right.
I'm going to assume that my stuff I can still do.
Yep.
Great.
So he will start the song. He will accept his own song.
Yes. Give yourself a few more hit points here.
Indeed.
So there will also be at the end of every person's turn who's taken it the attack from the spirits, and there is some concealment effect. Can you remind us what that is? I think we've only used it once.
Yes, Spirit Totem. While raging, the spirits that surround the Skald make it difficult for her enemies to see her. The spirits grant the Skald a 20% mischance against ranged attacks and melee attacks made by creatures that are not adjacent.
Oh,
so reach.
This is a creature that would have reach. You could tell by the length of its arm.
Yep. It's a slam attack at +8 that does 1d4 plus 3 points of damage.
And the person in that case has to be adjacent to the enemy, right?
Correct.
Okay.
All right, so he will, he starts singing, and then he will stab at this thing with the rapier, I guess.
Go for it.
That's a 20, a modified 20.
Fail to penetrate its hide.
Gross. Then the slam attack. Yes.
Yeah, bring it on.
16.
All right, so these blows are landing. It just seems to have incredibly thick skin. Skywin is up next, up on top of the cabin, probably between her height and its height, eye level with each other, as you're standing on top of this 10-foot tall cabin, and it's staring with its gigantic glowing red eyes right into you 5 feet away from it.
And it just cleaned my clock, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
It took me down 2/3 of my hit points. So I think I should accept this song. There's going to be a dex skill-based and charisma skill-based,
So acrobatics.
but it doesn't include acrobatics.
Oh, it doesn't?
Is that
Then-
correct?
Was that, let me just confirm that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Gosh, Paul, I think it might be worth it, yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think it might be worth
It's not going to penalize you. It's not going to really give you a bonus on your attacks because she's dex-based, but it'll give you
some-
more hit points.
Yeah.
Help your
And
roll saves.
additional-
Oh, yeah, acrobatics is still good.
Great. Take it.
So I'm accepting it, and that gives me a good little boost of hit points.
Now the question is, does the swashbuckler with very few hit points stand and fight or attempt to get back? Does she have any healing on her?
She does. She has a potion she could draw and drink.
Okay.
So she would attempt an acrobatics check to avoid an attack of opportunity. Maybe roll off the top of the...
Off the top of the cabin to the north? Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Then you'd be behind cover and it would not be able to, from that point, it would not be able to see you even.
So that's
Okay.
even just a 5-foot step.
Would you call that a 5-foot step or an acrobatics check from being on top?
Well, I would not call it a 5-foot step because you'd have to step out into empty space.
Right.
Do you have to accept the song at the beginning of the turn?
Yes. Tell you what, Polly, I think actually she could take a 5-foot step into open air and then use acrobatics to attempt to land safely.
Okay.
If she succeeds at a DC 15 acrobatics check, she would cushion her fall and take no damage. So yeah, she literally would just be stepping out into open space, dropping, and then trying to land on her feet. But she's pretty cat-like.
Yeah, she is. Great. I'm going to go ahead and make that acrobatics check then.
Great.
And is she so acrobatic that she can draw a potion on her fall?
Can't draw a potion on the move.
Got it. That's a 5 on the die. Plus 13 is an 18.
There you go. You good. You are
Nice.
on this map on the northern side of the deck, on behind the corner of the cabin from this creature. And then, do you want to draw a potion from that point?
Yes.
Great. So potion in hand. Nyx is up. What's this asshole gonna do?
All right, several different things have just happened.
Yeah.
He literally, in his mind, just got yelled at by his mother for being the loser.
Yes.
And then this thing flew out of the sky. He pisses himself when it flies out of the sky.
course.
This raging song comes on, which he wouldn't have heard before because he was asleep before. So I think that he hears this song and he just was envisioning himself being bigger than this grain of sand with his mother's admonition ringing in his ears. So like, I think that this song ticks something off inside of him, and like, he's like, I am bigger than the sand, man, I am. And so he turns to see what's going on and sees the captain get mauled and then jump off. He's like, oh shit, man. Oh shit, man. But he's like, fuck it. And he runs and is going to try to acrobatics his way up onto the thing.
Onto the cabin.
The cabin.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to run up. And as he's running, he's like, you got to get around it, guys. We got to find it really good. We got to get it. Come on, everybody.
Give me that acrobatics check.
You're Bill Paxton in Aliens.
16.
You're good.
Awesome. And yes, I am Bill Paxton from Aliens. And everybody go ahead and in your sheet on your buffs, go ahead and click outflank.
I do see outflank
I
there.
see outflank.
Do y'all have that?
Yeah.
So tell us what bonuses you've just given everybody, Johnny.
Some pretty enormous bonuses. If you look at your attack bonus, if you were actually flanking it, they should have gone pretty high, like I believe like another 5 or 7 depending on where
Oh my
you
God.
are.
Yep.
So click that when if we're flanking.
If you're
if
flanking.
you're flanking.
Yeah.
Great.
He has just shared a teamwork feat with the party. And currently, Nyx is flanking with the near-dead Stasi, but flanking, absolutely flanking. From way up high down to way down low, but they are in a flank. You got a standard action left to you.
I do. And so
And what weapon is it that Nyx draws on his move as he's tumbling across the top of the cabin into range here?
from out of nowhere, you see a wicked-looking morning star appear in his hands. These tiny little gnome hands. He's like, I'm bigger than you, sand! And he swings wildly at it, hoping that he's able to hit it. Oh, that's a 31. Does a 31 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay. And that's going to be for... Ooh, 22 points of damage.
Whoa! Holy crap.
First good news. From such an unlikely source.
Yes. Watching this creature reeling from an unexpected blow by a morning star across the back of its head, Stasi, you are up. You are still in a flank here.
Yeah, this is super painful because I can't not make a knowledge check, so I can't accept the rage. If there's anything to know about this creature that will kill it faster, I have to be able to relay that to everyone else before it kills me.
Right.
Which it almost certainly will. So I'm going to make a knowledge check on this thing.
Roll it up. Arcana.
26.
Stasi does actually recognize this thing, and in particular, I think she recognizes what is strange about it. It's called an Alhul.
Alhul.
These creatures, they are an ancient, primitive species. They're savage predators that make their homes in the jungle of the Mwangi Expanse, but they are typically black-furred or brown-furred like actual bats or gorillas. This kind of insane blood-red color makes it look extra planar, like it is not a representative of this species that she's ever heard of existing in this world. I think, given that check, she would know. Not a ton of crunch. I'll tell you what.
But all of Nyx's damage seemed to go through.
It absolutely did. She would think of these things as pretty close to gigantic, tanky animals. You're not aware of any immunities or resistances. The thing that you do know is they do have ferocity, which means it's going to
Gotta
continue
keep going.
fighting until it's negative Constitution score, which is probably, as you can imagine, going to tack on another like
20 points.
20 some hit points onto this thing, which is already grotesquely huge. You would also I would assess for the other thing that you could tell by looking at it, you can probably guess if it lands 2 claw attacks in a round like a troll, it's going to rend.
Yeah.
Do a whole bunch of extra damage with no attack roll. But definitely weird, definitely not how they normally look. This does not seem like it is actually from here.
And I can't really acrobatics anywhere meaningful due to my position on the ship because...
You're kind of, crammed into the prow of the ship there.
So, we stay, we fight. As a swift action... Sorry, first I'm going to use Judgment Surge, which is once per day. Treats my Inquisitor level as 3 higher as far as judgments go.
Nice.
And as a swift action, I will invoke the Healing Judgment, which gives me fast healing 3.
Oh.
That's awesome.
It's not a lot.
But it's something.
I don't know if that activates right away.
Sure, take it.
I guess that's an indication of who it's attacking next.
Well, I mean...
And I have to take advantage of the flank that I have with me in this fabulous teamwork outflank feat and my own teamwork feat, Precise Strike.
Oh,
which
nice.
Montgomery will count as having that because I'm an Inquisitor.
Shit ton of teamwork feats bouncing around now. This is a very different party.
Totally fun.
Yeah. So
And
the Precise Strike gives you an extra 1d6 damage on a flank, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I just have to attack. This could be the last thing she ever does. Okay. She misses.
What's your total?
20.
Oh, boy. And she's got 1 attack, is that right?
Yep.
All right. Stasi lashes out with her magical dagger, Winter, and fails to penetrate this creature's
Still
hide.
a move action. I mean, I could go here
All the way to the prow?
with an acrobatics check. Yeah.
You could certainly try assessing this thing, which is almost 3 times your height, with those very, very long arms. You know, you got to assume you're looking at a pretty crazy, huge CMD there. How good's your acrobatics check?
10. Not great.
Not great.
Stasi draws a potion of cure moderate wounds.
That will provoke.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah.
Stasi just stands there to get killed.
There we go. Up on top of the crow's nest, directly above this thing, Benemy has her crossbow out and fires down at it. Good luck, Benemy. Pew! 17 fails to penetrate. And then you see, as Benemy is reloading her light crossbow, you see her look off to the northeast into the mists and call out, "What the hell is that?" And then...
Why do you hate our backup characters?
Yeah.
I want them all
What did I
dead.
ever do to you?
TPK. TPK.
To your chagrin, you hear a new sound from the sky. Before you make out the shape, there's this hideous cackling from above. Sounds like a man, but raspy and throaty and maybe
Man like a rat?
rodent-like.
Yeah.
And then you
Fucker.
see him, the witch. Gray fur, jet black eyes, cast off shreds and rags for clothing, soaring through the open air in this bizarre, unnatural, upright posture. Picture like Vision in the Marvel movies. There's no wings, no effort, not even like a Superman-style horizontal pose going. Just this insane-looking rat man defying gravity as he's cackling madly, swooping down to the starling, and you hear him. I see. I see now. I know. And he floats down and lands on top of the cabin. Boom. Rat witch. That's the end of round 1. Top of round 2. This thing is up. All right, so it has taken a pounding from Nixon. And let's see, Barnabas missed entirely, right? Stasi missed. Skywin has disappeared from view. All right, let's start to the south with the bite attack. Bite attack coming at Barnabas. Natural 1. 2 claws, Nixon. Here we go. Number 1. 33. 10 points of damage. Number 2. 25.
Yep.
11 points of damage. That's a rend. 12 more points of damage.
Okay.
And then the tail lashes out at Stasi. Yep. 7 points of damage. Stasi thinks of these things as having slightly more than animal intelligence, not really humanoid intelligence, and is really seeing reflected in its eyes a focus and purpose.
Like it's been summoned to attack us?
Like it looks like it's on a mission, right? Like it has that feeling of absolute focus, ignoring distractions, keeping even attacks spread out among all of its targets, keeping its eyes on them. It doesn't look like a hungry beast going for food. It looks like something here to kill everybody that it can see. Barnabas, you are up. Still adjacent to the creature. Still got the song going, I assume.
Can I ask a quick question about flanking stuff?
Yes, please.
In terms of the rules, do we have to be directly across from one another, or are we able to be catty corner from one another?
If you were to step 5 feet to the south, you would be flanking with Stasi.
Great. So
If you
if
step
Barnabas,
5 feet to the
Barnabas stepped towards Stasi, then Barnabas would be flanking with me.
If Barnabas stepped 5 feet closer to Stasi,
Diagonally?
Barnabas would be in a flank with Montgomery.
Cool. I'm not telling you what to do.
No,
I just want to
that's,
make sure that I understand all the flanking stuff.
That is actually good.
It may matter.
Because it's the that benefit is impressive. All right, so yes, Barnabas will take the 5-foot step,
Okay.
and
Why
then
did you inhale like that?
It's a scary fight. It's a scary fight.
It made it sound like Robert just did something really risky. And I'm like, it's a 5-foot step. It's the only safe thing in the whole game.
I'm feeling nervous. I was not expecting to win initiative. I'll be totally honest.
No, because you have somebody in the party who gets a +9 to their initiative.
That's exactly why.
I don't think initiative's the problem.
Well, that's for me.
I don't think that's our only problem.
But if you all had one initiative, you could have spread out a little bit more. It's a big thing on a small ship. Yeah. You can hear everybody inside the cabins now, pressing furniture against the doors to make sure nothing can get in.
And now there's this asshole.
Yeah.
Does the Spirit Slam get a flank bonus as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I guess I'm just gonna fucking attack it.
Okay.
That's my best bet right now. Because if I try to cast something, he's just gonna smack me. So yes.
Sure.
Barnabas, while singing of Bassanio and Persephone, will stab forth with Melisand's rapier for a 30.
Oh, hey, that's a hit.
What did you hit with, Johnny?
I hit with a 31.
So that's a measly 5 points of piercing damage. And then the slam totem.
Bring it.
That's a 19. I don't think that's enough.
+5?
Oh, that's not. Oh no, that's already figured in.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it figured into
19
that.
misses.
So that's a 19.
Yeah.
And that's all we've got.
That's all she wrote. Skywin is up, potion in hand around the corner to the north, while the party is facing off just out of sight of her.
From Skywind's position north of the cabin, could they come around the corner to that in a 5-foot diagonal step?
Can't 5-foot step around a corner. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. That answers that question.
And that would not be a flank with anybody.
Got it. Skywind's going to drink their potion of cure moderate wounds
Drink
that
it.
they have on them. And is that 2d8? What is that?
2d8 plus 3.
Nice. That's 15 more points.
Oh, yay.
God, Skywin, I love you.
Skywin, please live. No longer bloodied.
Oh, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
So Skywin can see a nearly dead Stasi and is very painfully aware of the low armor class situation with both of those people going toe-to-toe.
Right.
And she would consider herself someone who might be able to parry off attacks from this thing easier than they can avoid them.
Right. So Skywin will close with the Alhul.
All right, so it's a 10-foot move there, but which would provoke, except you're coming around from cover, which it can't make attacks of opportunity from. So Skywin closes. Nyx is up. You have a cackling rat witch behind you. Let me just let me share that sweet, sweet rat witch art one more time. One more time, so you can take it in all of its glory. Oh, those eyes, that fur,
Gross.
that terrible, terrible menace in its eyes, and the insanity in his cackle.
So literally this thing just all of a sudden like rent him.
Yes.
2 giant claw attacks.
Yes.
He's like, oh shit, man. Oh shit. Also, when he got rent like that,
Yeah.
his little hat fell off.
Oh. Let me share some art for Stan Hope Nixon.
Too bad there's
we
no
have
one on
actual
the
art for
ship
Stan
who would
Nixon?
recognize him from before. No one on the deck.
Oh, Stasi and Barnabas would. He was in the fort, like, you know,
right,
hanging
right.
out, hiding
Yes,
out, trying
okay,
to steal
yeah.
shit.
They're like, oh, look, it's that guy.
This sort of lanky-haired, kind of scruffy-faced, cowardly-looking piece of shit.
Yes.
So, Nyx's cap falls off, revealing himself not to be a gnome. Oh boy. So this is Skywin, probably from down 10 feet below, probably can't see. Stasi and Barnabas definitely can. The rat witch watches you grow to like twice your height and become an even shittier, more scared looking fucker. Oh, the changes. So many changes Neb sees, Neb knows.
What the fuck about Neb, man? Who's Neb?
Ulf will tell you. Ulf will tell you.
Fucker's crazy.
First blood! First blood! As a swift action, he applies another teamwork feat, and everyone should go to your buffs.
A second one?
Yes. And apply blood for the Empire.
What's this madness
Oh,
now?
let me read you that one. You gain a +3 morale bonus on attack and damage rolls against a target that was damaged by an ally with this feat within the last round. When an ally with this feat dies within 30 feet of you, you gain the effects of haste for 1 round. So, everybody, since I attacked this thing
Yeah.
last round and hit it,
Yeah.
everyone gets +3 to hit and to damage against it.
My modifier is insane, and if I miss next turn, I'm just walk out
Walk
of
out
here
the
and
door.
never come back.
He's like, who the fuck is Neb? And then he just starts swinging wildly all around him, like as if he's just trying to hit anything
Yeah.
that's within distance.
Uh-huh.
And so he's taking a full attack action
Okay.
Starting where with the
at the Alhul.
Alhul.
Well, that's pretty good. All right. So the first attack was a 24
Hit.
for 23 points of damage.
Ooh, nice, nice, nice.
So the second attack is a 27
Hit.
for another 24 points of damage.
Damn, son.
Oh man. All right, Stasi,
Yeah,
you
okay,
are
so
up.
I'm
This thing is definitely bloodied. It's taken a pounding
I'm
from
gonna take the
Nyx.
song
Yep.
since there will be no spellcasting.
Yeah,
So
no.
this-
No.
Fucking thing is gone.
No.
I don't know. I hope
Give
that
yourself just a handful more hit points. Yep.
I get a fast healing 3,
Awesome.
and then I will attack.
Come on. Come on, Stasi.
21.
Hit.
Oh
Yay!
Okay. Okay, so here's the weapon damage.
Yep.
11
Nice.
max.
With a dagger.
Another 11.
11 more points of precision damage. 22 points of damage with a tiny little dagger. This thing has taken a pounding. That's a single standard action. You're gonna move action. You wanna take a swift action?
No, I still don't.
Nope. Benemy takes a shot. Hi! Hey! Okay, 19 on the die. Come on, is that good enough?
Benemy should also get a +3/+3. Benemy is close enough.
It's not just for melee attacks.
No,
It's all attacks.
I believe so. Let me double check, but I believe so.
It's a hit.
Da-da-da-da.
Oh, and a 19 on the die is a critical threat. Come on, enemy.
Yeah, there is no. It does not have to be melee.
Critical crossbow hit.
Yes!
So what's the damage bonus? Is it 3?
+3/+3.
All right, so this will be 2d6 plus 6. The creature is staggered at, you would guess, 0 hit points.
You have to keep going. Keep going. Don't stop. Don't let up.
She reloads her crossbow.
Oh, Benaby's way up there. I kept being like, why isn't she on the...
So this thing's almost 15 feet tall, so the rat witch can see it. The rat witch takes a 5-foot step diagonally. And Johnny, what Nixon is seeing is the rat witch beginning to move his hands. He is clearly casting a spell, but he's looking over your shoulder at the Al-Hul. You can take an attack of opportunity if you want.
I will absolutely take an attack of opportunity, and also that is the rat witch's move action to move that 5-foot step because of the feat difficult swings. Anytime I take a full attack action, the area directly adjacent to my character is all difficult terrain.
Did you just find all the rules you like and then build a character around it?
No. I was literally like, how can I
What
make
class
a really
is this?
weird,
He'll explain.
weird, fucked up, coward fool
I love
character
it.
where he can do stuff, but yeah. So yes, I will take an attack of opportunity on the rat witch.
The rat witch, of course, is going to make a concentration check to cast defensively. Let's see if he gets it off.
Click off. I should click off.
He does not provoke.
Well, he
He made his concentration check.
He moved in my threatened area, so he can't take a 5-foot step. He has to move, which means I still get to make an attack of opportunity against him, regardless of the spell casting.
Go for it.
All right. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh! Oh my
Is this
god!
good or bad?
That's a natural 20 with a crit confirm of 36.
That's a hit. That is a
shit.
resounding hit.
Okay, so that is 33 hit points. And this is him literally, he's still just wildly swinging. This was not like an intentional thing. This is the difficult terrain thing around him. As he's like, what the fuck is Neb, man? And he's just,
Yeah.
and smashes into him.
So he's preparing to cast a spell, steps adjacent to you so he can cast it past you at the Al-Hul,
And
gets
gets-
clobbered, and fucking wails with that spell on you. A black ray of energy fires out.
So he got hit, he moved, got hit, and then cast the spell.
Yes.
Got
Only
it.
now he's not casting it on the Al-Hul, he's casting it on
casting it
you.
on
And because I don't have combat reflexes, I can't make another
And because
attack
he didn't
of-
realize he was casting a damaging spell on the Al-Hul.
Let's see what we get here.
I assumed he was going to try to heal the elf.
I did too. I missed it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We all learned a lot today.
This is so on brand for Nixon though, so that's awesome.
23 touch attack,
Oh yeah, that hits.
4 negative levels.
Cool.
Enervation.
Let's see what awfulness happens when I do
awful.
that. All right.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, it's so bad.
it's amazing. Oh, yeah, this is horrible.
So bad.
Oh, shit, man. What the? I don't like Neb.
We were trying to help you. We were trying to help you.
I don't need your help, man. Get away from me.
Oh my god, shit took a turn.
What is going on?
Top of round 3.
God, we fucked everything up.
This is
We do
amazing.
it, and we do it with such total fucking confidence.
Oh, I am having so
Such
much fun.
idiots.
The Al-Hul, who is at 0 hit points, loses 1 hit point. Okay.
But can only make one attack, so that's good.
1 attack.
Well, that's enough.
Well, it's got to be at Nixon, who's done the most damage. Here we go.
No.
20.
20.
Oh my god!
Amazing!
What the hell? The absolute hell! Can we start over? What the fuck?
Yeah, I'd like to reload this save.
That's a fucking nightmare of a night. We're supposed to ease back into shit after being away from the table for like a month and a half. And look at this.
2 months, 2.5 months?
Oh my God.
Does 24, is that a back?
Oh,
a
yeah.
back okay.
Of course it is.
All
Yeah,
right.
please. My AC is shit.
24 points of damage.
Amazing.
Are you still alive?
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
die. Please don't die.
Still-
Just so we can keep
still
flanking
alive.
with us.
Amazing.
Barnabas, you're up.
Yeah.
You're all almost dead. Everybody on this map is almost dead except for
Barnabas
Skywin.
is doing pretty good.
Oh, it's true. It's true. Barnabas is.
I'm at 48 of 60. Some of those are temporary, but fucking hell. So this thing is. Did that attack make him collapse?
No, he's still up.
He's still
He's
don't.
got ferocity.
So what's
Remember
going to happen?
that thing?
So every
Yeah,
round he's
yeah,
going to lose
yeah.
a hit point, and he can only take a single attack, but he's going to stay on his feet until you kill
He
him.
didn't trade ferocity out for some other.
Yeah, he didn't forget to use it every time, and so he eventually just lost it.
Strangely, no.
It's so funny.
I do still have the flank with Nyx.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I got to try to kill it. I
Yeah, you
guess,
do.
right?
Absolutely.
How great would it be if you killed it?
Here we come with Zérepier.
Do it.
29
Hit.
for a measly 7 points of damage. Is that enough?
Nope.
No.
But it helps.
It does help. It absolutely helps.
And the spirit totem.
Oh,
yeah,
bring it.
yeah.
23,
Hit.
8 points of damage.
Not quite yet.
Well, don't worry, it's the swashbuckler.
Let's see if Skywin can finish it off.
I think so. Now, Skywin is not flanking with
Correct,
anyone, correct?
correct, yes.
But I can still click that blood for the Empire.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Okay. So, first attack, a natural 1.
Oh, God.
God damn it.
What the my
Hell.
captain.
Second attack,
Yeah.
26
Yes.
That's a hit.
for 20 piercing damage.
we
There it is.
Yes.
Now we have this other fucking nonsense to deal with.
Rapier slides up into its gut. Its innards spill out in a grotesque shower of gore all over your deck, Skywin.
That's all right. Nyx will clean it up.
Get to work, Johnny.
Get back to swabbing.
And when that happens, Nixon regains a point of panache.
Yeah.
Oh, because an ally?
Yeah.
Why don't you walk us through what the fresh hell this character is?
God.
All right. Stanhope Nixon is a guiding blade swashbuckler.
We had 2 swashbucklers in this fight.
So he gets some of the regular swashbuckler stuff and a lot
Some
of
of
it
it.
traded away to get to do all this really cool teamwork feat stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can throw around
Like
teamwork feats.
inquisitory swashbucklers.
Yeah, kind of meets like
Love
a
it.
champion,
Love
but
it, yeah.
it's all about sharing the things he can do with others.
Very cool.
And
That's great.
Yeah, and like instead of giving himself bonuses, he can give those around him bonuses to help him keep alive.
There's a.
Right.
I also have a really. Well, I'll hold on. There's like a couple other really fun things that I can do with saving throws of
yeah.
allies and
Yeah,
stuff
save
like
it.
that are really fun.
Cool.
So we're still in rounds?
Oh yeah, we're still definitely in rounds.
Yeah.
The rat witch is trying to kill us.
Nyx, you're up.
Well, it is now.
5 feet away from the rat witch.
Nab this, you rat! And he just swings at it. Does a 22 hit?
Yes. And he drops.
Oh, wow.
So bleeding out and dying.
And then Montcomute / now Stanhope Nixon falls to the ground.
Yeah, as I imagine everybody. So that's the end of combat there. So the rat witch is down and bleeding out. Everybody is terribly hurt. Well, not everybody. Montcomute and Stasi are terribly, terribly hurt. Skywin is just a little above half, right?
Well, after I take off the inspired rage,
Oh, yeah.
I'm now back to
Oh,
bloody.
everybody
yeah,
take
let me
that
take
off.
that
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
See, watch those hit points drop.
I'm leaving my I got 5 more rounds of fast healing, which I'm just going to leave on it. So I'm going to give myself back 15 hit points from that. Yeah?
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, God. Oh, man. 6 points. That's my current hit points. Amazing.
We know about the Rat Witch, yeah? The party told Barnabas and Stasi.
Oh, yeah, and I
about the thing.
certainly believe one of the many times he has been scryed.
Yeah.
I mean, the scrying is done publicly.
That they've seen
You've
it.
maybe even seen it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll see to the strange man on deck. You stabilize if you can.
Stabilize the
thing. But
rat.
take all his equipment, tie him up, do everything you can. If you can make him not conscious, that is good, but don't let him die.
Oh, I can feel everything getting dark, man. It's not good.
All right, calm down.
I imagine
Take back
Skywin
8, please.
Skywin would be really curious about this this new character. That's not Montagumeu.
Yes, lies were told.
Yeah.
So Skywin and Stasi are seeing to Nixon. What do you want to do, Robert, about the witch?
Well, first I'll rifle it,
Take all the equipment.
Done and done.
especially anything that's spell related or anything like that.
100%.
Don't
and-
use up all your spells on him. We may still need them for
Well,
the
I
people downstairs.
currently only have 2 because we had.
You just have to
I-
stop
I-
the bleeding. So
I only have moderates, so I have 2 cure moderates is the only healing
that's
I
all.
have.
I only have 1, so I can do it. I have 1 cure light left.
He looks badly enough injured that it might even take a cure moderate to...
To rouse him? I don't want to rouse him. I just want him to stop bleeding out.
Okay.
Like he'll heal naturally over time, right?
Yep.
So I'll do a cure light on him
Great. Roll that up.
for 6. And I have 1 cure mod left, which I'm saving in case we need it for the Dreamers.
So
Which I think is fair that she would do because people have come back.
If history has taught us
bloody
anything,
inside. Yeah,
it's
like that's
they
a
come back
pattern.
in edge.
So
So, first of all, what's your name?
Oh, hey, Captain. I know that I shouldn't have lied to you. That was wrong of me, and I'm.
Speak quickly and directly if you wish to continue on this ship.
Oh yeah, no, I want to be on the ship. You knew
What is your name?
Nixon.
Get to work. There's a little bit of blood to clean up.
Okay, Captain. Can I put my hat back on?
Please.
Thank you.
We'll be speaking tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah. Okay.
Assuming this deck is sparkling clean.
Okay. Got it.
Stasi, Barnabas, what the fuck?
Stasi pulls the cigarette she snuffed out earlier out of her pocket.
Please.
Puts it in her mouth.
May I have one?
Oh, yeah. Of course. Hands one over, lights them both.
So there's like, as that happens, there's a little bit of the doors opening on the deck, people checking like, is it safe? Yes, go back to bed. We'll deal with this.
Barnabas is also going to tie Neb
Yep.
up and put a gag in the mouth.
Yes. Yeah, it's a little awkward to gag a rodent face, but you can do it for sure.
I'll cram as many
Then
socks
bind
down
it.
the throat
You
as
just
I
can't
need to.
speak.
Yes,
right?
100%.
Wrap it around the.
Yeah, the snout.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sort of muzzle it.
Muzzle.
We don't know anything about this.
Well, we know a little, so we tell Skywin what we know of him from
From town.
Rushmore.
Yeah.
From town. We didn't know, obviously, that he was using this hat in this way, but
Did you hear that the witch was saying?
yeah.
So this is definitely not someone you know.
The witch?
Yes.
Other than what we have seen, the halfling scry, no. I'm sorry, the other halfling. No, Dabwick. There are several halflings, I should be more specific. We only know it from Dabwick's scrying.
So what she's digging into is you actually seem to know a little bit more about this. She understands that he tricked you too, but
Yeah.
now she's just making sure like there isn't anything about this
Yeah,
witch
no.
that you're holding back.
No,
Oh, absolutely not.
this witch is news to us, but we should keep a lookout for the witch's familiar.
This giant flea. Do we question it?
Maybe we wait for our guests downstairs.
If they have the way to read thoughts, that might be good. I don't know that I want to hear this thing talk. I don't know that I trust it talking.
Yeah, I wouldn't listen to that.
Are we talking to you right now?
Sorry.
Stasi flicks ash into the blood just to make it harder to clean up.
Just to make it a little more paste-like.
Yep.
Nix has gotten his mop and is just kind of like making the red on the deck just kind of get
Moving
more
it
red
around.
and all over the place.
Stasi is staring at that blood.
Barnabas, do you want to bring it downstairs?
Yeah, we.
So, Barnabas drags the rat witch down into the hold and lays his unconscious body, the body of Paul's backup character, next to the rest of your characters' bodies. That is the end of chapter 112. We're leveling up. Bring new sheets next time.
What the what?
Fantastic!
Dark Nexus is produced by Plug and Hum Productions. This podcast uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Incorporated, used under Paizo's fan content policy. This podcast is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, please visit paizo.com. That's Paizo.com. Dark Nexus uses music and soundscapes by Syrinscape. Check them out at Syrinscape.com. That's Syrinscape.com. Opening and closing themes, along with additional music composed by Rob Kauzlaric. Artwork for Dark Nexus is by Matt Wahlquist. And thanks to DMCP, Richard and Ari, Paul and Shannon, Scotty, Jason, Jess, Joe, Chelsea, Matt, Dave, Derek, Darren, Michaela, J.H., the Biscuit Buddies, and everyone we've gamed with over the years for all the memories and inspiration.
Yay!
I've been waiting for this my whole
And we
life.
level. Level!
Double level.